Hey everybody, welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. We dealt with Voidveer and we also had to kill Edelthrad, who transformed into some kind of beast. And now he dropped this, I think? I think that's his corpse, right? Gloves of Endurance. Whenever the wearer of this glove suffers an injury or falls unconscious, their allies gain a +1 bonus to damage. What? This is so bad. Iconoclast. Mantle of Heroism. Each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by 20% until the end of combat. Huh. Blade Shard. A blade made from a mysterious metal that shimmers with unnatural colors. Huh, okay. And no one else dropped anything? Overseer. Oh wait, this is the corpse. Oh wait. So this is Edelthrad? And the corpse spawned because of the sacrifice or the ritual or whatever? Oh shit. Okay, we can also level up, huh? The Emperor protects, yeah. Okay. Let me see what we can do with the level ups really quick. So, level 4... Oh, we can get willpower here. I mean... Why does it recommend agility and ballistic scale? That's weird, right? We definitely want willpower. Okay, and now here the talents. These are normal talents, right? Yeah, it's not common ones. So we have this thing as well. Huh, what do I want to get here? I feel like this one is gonna be really good on everyone, but like super late game, right? Where we have all of our abilities. Because like a flat multiplier is actually crazy. Exploit surroundings. I wanna get some Psyker stuff, dude. I don't think these are good enough here. These are Fortress World stuff. Don't really care too much about these, I think. This one is pretty good. What don't we get from Psyker? Psychic Barrage. Damaging psychic power on targets that are 6 cells or farther from the Psyker, the target suffers an additional +4 damage. This is the same thing we got on Indira, right? I don't want any of these. Oh, the next one is level 14, because we're a sanctioned Psyker. So Indira gets this on 19, and it gets this one on level 9 instead of level 4. Huh. But I think she also starts with higher psi rating than us. Sacred Rituals. Psychic Powers have a 25% chance to regain a peace pen. Nah. This one could be good for range, but I don't think we need that yet. So next level we get an ability, right? Specifically we get Firestorm. I don't think I'm gonna pick this one. And then these ones... Oh, they seem like super high level. We have to get Psyker Majoris and one of the other skills. Inflame? Molten Beam or Inflame. Okay, so Firestorm is obviously the best choice here. Whenever a psychic power used by the Psyker deals damage, a random enemy within 2 cells from the initial target suffers half of this damage. That damage does not trigger this talent again. I feel like this one might be pretty bad for our current level, but when we get Firestorm, this could be like insanely good, right? So I think we'll pick this one for now. Even though it's not gonna do much for us right now. Then Abelard, we just wanna build more tankiness on him, right? Oh, can also increase his toughness. Nah, we're definitely going toughness, not weapon scale. Everything scales with toughness for him, right? What was the thing that gives him deflection and parry chance? Thick skin, right, there you go. Definitely wanna get this one. Okay, get the toughness again. I guess you have to do it in order. Indira. I'm gonna assume we can always respect them later on, right? I mean, obviously we get willpower, right? Intelligence. Nah, we definitely get willpower. She's a psyker. We can get divination stuff. Allies gain 15% critical hit chance. The first critical hit removes this effect. Nah, that's dog shit. Armor penetration for all allies. Every 9 successful dodge. Nah. The first dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers a minus 40% penalty. Nah. All of these are so bad, dude. Nah, I want Psyker stuff. Yeah, this one is pretty good, right? Every time the Psyker deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock, the target suffers half as much mental damage at the end of their next turn. I think maybe we get this one. Mental Breach. Nah. Willpower resistance test. I'm not sure what that is yet. Like, how do we actually make use of that? I mean, this is okay. Whenever the Psyker kills an enemy with a psychic power, dealing more damage on the target's wounds, the excess damage will be dealt to the enemy closest to the target. This could also be really good. She does a lot of damage with a Shriek. Maybe we get this one. Yeah, let's get this one. Yeah, okay, let's get this one. I don't want to keep moving here as well. I'm sure we can respec this later, right? So, Argenta, we definitely want agility or ballistic skill. Agility is crit chance, right? And what are her stats like? Okay, she only has a 5 on ballistic and willpower. So we could go ballistic and get the extra modifier. She can also get camaraderie because she's a soldier, but we want this later on, I'm gonna assume. I think it doesn't do much for us right now. We want to hide and stuff. Tenderize. Enemies damaged by the soldiers' area attacks. Nah. Oh, these are Imperial World stuff, right? While under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters gain a plus 10 bonus. Nah. If no other characters in the current party has the same archetype as this character, which we do, no heresy, Imperial World characters gain crit chance and armor against Xenos or demonic creatures. I think we've only met one of these so far, the big boss, right? Ready to serve. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability, or affects an ally with such an ability, the resolve is increased by 1. Maybe? Resolve. I mean, it's good, but... Fellowship bonus? No, dude. All allies excluding Xenos in the current party... Wait, excluding Xenos? Does this mean we can get Xeno companions? They gain plus 5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for humanity's finest. What is humanity's finest? Do they get like an extra stat bonus? Origin advancement, Adepta Sororitas. Ballistic skill advancement. Oh. Oh, so we can get like... Oh, interesting. Okay, what if we do agility and then also get this one? So this means we get like one extra modifier in agility, right? So higher crit chance. Let's do that. Wait, that didn't work? Oh, it said all allies, not here? Oh, okay, that sucked now. Okay, I mean, we'll respect here eventually, I guess. I don't think it matters too much right now. And everyone gets 5 agility, huh? Yeah, but we can't really make use of it right now. Oh, actually, he got back up to 20. He has very low one, I guess because of the... Oh, crippled leg. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it wasn't too bad actually. It's pretty bad for her, but it's okay, it's okay. So can we use this at all? Who is most likely to fall unconscious? Probably Abelard, right? Because he's in front. Can we wear this? Oh, we can. Fellowship, Mantle of Heroism. Huh. Heroic Act. I mean, he is the only one that can wear this, right? He's the only iconoclast. I don't think Argenta is. Yeah. So we have to give him that, and then I guess we give this on Argenta. I don't know, I don't think it matters. Yeah, that's fine. So what do we do now?
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself.
Oh, there
to
he
save
is.
the entire dynasty.
Old man, he was never going to make it. He was mutating right in front of us. You just ended his suffering sooner.
Okay, did he actually mutate though? Cause like his corpse or his remains are over here, then the boss was over here or something. That's weird.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
Oh, I like his accent. Look at his portrait. Pretty cool. How did you people survive in here? We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. It is our only chance of escaping from the warp. I guess let's go with the first one.
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
Right. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Fox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
He directs your attention upward to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. I'm ready, begin the ritual. What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report and... blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Okay, let's do it. Take the Lord Captain's place. Dude, hell yeah, we have a ship. We're rich. That's it? That's so far away from the wheel. Oh, damn. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain, without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Did you stand in the path of another's destiny only to steal it? You accepted the call of the primordial truth, and claimed that fate as your own. So be it. I wove the threads of destiny and held out my hand to you when the flame arose in your path. You took it, and in doing so, sealed your fate. In the future, You will repay me for this boon in full.
Huh. You struck a deal with the warp spawn when it offered to lead you out of the trap on the officer's deck. Okay. It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. You are to blame for Theodora's death? Begone, Phantom! What do you want with me? Are you the one behind all that is happening here? The one who addressed me and guided me out of the flames? I mean, they literally said so. What do you want?
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
So your head begins to spin and viscous drops slither down your cheeks. You blink, and you're no longer looking at Theodora. It is a traitor Voigtvir, just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition. The same terrifying voice seethed from his lips.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
So the Weaver of Destinies and the Edge of Daybreak. Okay.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
A cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes, a flash of crimson, purple. The images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Through the rippling mirage you see a twisted image of Abelard, the loyal seneschal. No Argenta, huh?
Seneschal? The navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship.
Oh.
We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Wait, but this means we can't travel the warp anymore, right? Because we don't have a navigator?
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision.
No, Abelard, stop! I refuse!
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
That's right.
The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Damn, dude. We're it.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members.
So Edelthrad was the one to become her heir, huh? If he survived.
Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the rogue trader dynasty survived. At the cost of many sacrifices made by the Lord Captain in the name of his own ambitions.
Kinda expected more, but cool, I guess. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake you over from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your lordship? Cargo management. Open the cargo management screen to learn more about the cargo on your flagship, the amount, the types, and the percentage of cargo being filled up. On the cargo tab, you can see details about the items packed in each cargo slot. If you need to use an item that is already packed, move that item back to your inventory. Cargo is needed when trading with merchants. You will meet them soon. Okay, so I can't do that right now though. You cannot help but notice that the seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. Oh, there is no more voice acting? What? You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. I'm ready to start the briefing. Have you succeeded in tracking down Voigtvir? I mean, I guess not, right? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him, and any mutineers who may still be sulking in the ship's many corridors. But, frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we're now one shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. How did we come to lose so many officers? I mean... It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given that the reformer on board was our own Master of Whispers. What is on the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they're not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Wait, Abelard, there is an altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be the rogue trader. I mean, tough luck, right? Okay, I'm ready. With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. So this is like a coronation or something. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers! You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Mrayseplays von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Yawn? I haven't the time to be listening to every last officer on this hulking rig. Abelard, give me a precise... What are the major problems and what needs to be done? Perhaps you could introduce those present, Abelard? Yeah, let's do that. As you wish, your lordship. Vigdis Suri Ota of the Toliman line, our new Voxmaster. A tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. I'm gonna say that's hair, probably? Oh, hair. Okay, oh, chic. It is an honor to serve your lordship. Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I'm responsible for receiving, processing and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I'm your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Ravor, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. Okay, that's him, right? Yeah. The bearded man with a pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face gives a sullen nod. Hey, Lord Captain, this here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our High Factotum Yanris Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Who is the one here? Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. Oh, dude, look at him. He seems like someone that would betray us. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery, the Infernus Master whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires, and lastly the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. Okay, that's him, right? A supernatural entity, god of all knowledge, worshipped by the Adeptus Mechanicus. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the Tech Priest's mechanodrites. What? A tentacle-like robotic limb prosthetic surgically attached to the spine. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our Choir Master, the assembled Zachary Weiss, head of the Astropath section, a powerful sanctioned psyker who can send and receive messages through space using their telepathic abilities. Oh, that's the... I think one of the characters in Space Marine 2 was an astropath in the main story. We were looking for here, right? He's in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the Von Valancius Protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing and Kunrad Voigtvir's treachery. I will deliver a report to your lordship on the astropath's progress as soon as it is possible to do so. It is equally regrettable that 2 more individuals worthy of mention could not join us at the briefing, the Master at Arms and Confessor Adalbert. The eminent Adalbert must see to the funeral services being held for the fallen officers, of whom there are too many for him to take leave from the chapel. And Mistress Schauerbach, who has replaced her late predecessor as our Master at Arms, is currently leading the search for any surviving agents of Voigtvir. All other present are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies. They are here to make a record of proceedings. Okay, let's hear from Infernus Master. Yes, Lord Captain. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernum Master and 3 next deputies expired in the line of duty. The lad is managing well so far, he can take the hit, so to speak. High Factotum? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from you. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the Tech Priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. Yeah, okay. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Raikat Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I'm powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Okay, so we have to recruit people in Raikat Minoris to replenish our losses. The crew losses suffered during the cultist raid and can be remedied on Raikat Minoris. Okay, especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick skulled thugs he usually installs as governor on his planets. Oh god. Drives Master? Zira Talar, a voice distorted by a Vox retranslator, emerges from under the Tech Priest's scarlet hood. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. Okay. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engine Seer Prime, Overseer, and spiritual authority of all Techurists on board fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. Oh shit. Dude, we're missing a lot of important people, huh? But don't we need a navigator as well? Didn't the one we had die? Would someone care to translate the esteemed Drives Master's words? No, I understand. Master Helmsman. Okay, we need a new engine seer, who may be found somewhere in the system. Master Helmsman, Master of Ordnance. Let's go with Master of Ordnance. No, my job is simple, maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone, we've got no able crew, no Lord Captain, oh. Master of Ordnance? You forget yourself. So what? Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It is as if a dam has burst inside and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship's in ruins. Every second officer is dead. And now we've got a green Lord Captain who is supposed to lead us to void knows where? Silence! The bridge's magnificent glass panes seem to tremble under the force of Abelard's roar. Enforcers? Seize this mutineer! Oh, dude. Abelard grunts. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your Lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I would say. Besides find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up. Also, there is no heretic stuff here. Dogmatic? Execute him? Stand down, release him. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weakness. Experienced Masters of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason he may remain in post. I'll leave his punishment at your discretion, Abelard. Huh. Okay, let's do that. 20 lasses a month for the next 6 months. Deprivation of officers' rations and privileges for the same period, with the option to extend. Record that in his file. Cease your sniveling. You disgrace yourself and your entire clan. Enough! The hysterics are over. Let us resume. The Master of Ordnance... Oh, dude. Nice animation there. The Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is a picture of shock. What just happened seems to be dawning on him only now, and the knowledge of the fate he so narrowly escaped. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report? Yep. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less. But without our Engine Seer Prime and Navigator, okay, yeah, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what will happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads? Our warp drive being torn into pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads? Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in this new system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilitae station. Navis Nobilitae? An ancient organization of noble mutant families whose genes allow them to safely guide... Oh! So it's like a navigator family. The station maintains complete vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor. Okay. Yeah, cool. A sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull as if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not a God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the demon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I'm the will of the Weaver of Destinies, yeah, okay. Cool, dude. If I were you, I would grab this chance with both hands, or else you will soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the promethium and supplies last, and if any thick as grog shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry on that score. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses and we require a new engine seer, prime and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Yeah, that's all, by the way. Precisely, but bear in mind that will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. The massive void port on the edge of the Koronus Expanse and the notorious hotbed of vice, trade and rogue trader intrigue. Dude, this sounds cool. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? I cede to the Voxmaster on this point. Mistress Tolliman? We are in the Rykad star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobility Station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system, and Rykad Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. Okay, so Navis Nobility for the Navigator. Rykad Minoris is where we replenish our losses and we recruit new people, but there is also hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a Navigator, a Tech Priest and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navis Nobility Station and find out what in the void is going on. Yeah, okay. Cool. Dude, there is so much dialogue, and why is there no voice acting? Like, I'm pretty sure nobody wants to hear me, like, keep reading all of this. Your lordship, there is no other thing, a confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has that authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the Hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Koronus Expanse. The Lord Inquisitor, the secret organization tasked with hunting down the... Okay. I would be honored to fulfill the Inquisitor's commission. What is it he asked of Theodora? I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. You are referring to the contents of that note, I presume? Xavier Calcazar. Okay. So we'll check that in a second. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich van Kalox. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobility or the Governor of Rykad Minoris, may know something. That's all of it. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valancius Protectorate. Aberat gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he's about to offer some words of encouragement. Which are gonna be interrupted? Idira? Sister Argenta? Explain yourselves. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time. Daybreak. Idira, come to your senses. Abelard, bring the witch to heel? Okay, let's do that. Tell us! Cease your buffoonery immediately and report the reason for your intrusion. Damn it, your lordship! Here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard, my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn. And it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mr. Telas? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, alright? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you could benefit from them as well. Okay, if there is nothing else of value, I declare this briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. Yeah. Okay, now we can actually play. Use the system map in the center of the bridge to issue orders to the crew. Oh. Okay, before we do that, let's look around here, see what we have. This is a Master Helmsman. Can we talk to people? Oh, we can. Oh, dude, that's gonna be a long one. The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle. Blue veins snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod. Master Helmsman, Ravor at your service. Who are you? I'm the helmsman. I stand at the wheel of this here tub. I'm in your vessel, and bark commands at the idiots who tend to its related systems. In layman's terms, I'm the one who stops us from running into an asteroid or a disruptive gravitational wave when we're traveling through the void. Do you control the ship in real space? I wish that was my only job. I have to steer here through the warp too. But most of the credit for that goes to the navigator. The warp is a nightmare, always tossing up something new. All my years at the helm, they count for nothing in there. My part is small enough. I just monitor our systems, follow the charted route, and I don't kick up a fuss when new orders come in from the navigator's sanctum. Real space? Now that's where I keep my eyes peeled. Gravitational anomalies, void currents, hard radiation, that kind of shit shows up everywhere. Thank the Emperor the augurs on this vessel are holding up, and so far we've been able to spot if something bad is coming our way. Who are these idiots you're in charge of? There are too many to list them all. Tech priests, voidsmen, the work-shy fools on the bridge. I'd have every last one of them flogged. They all need a wake-up call. They need to be whipped into shape, or else this ship will be going nowhere. Or even worse, it will go somewhere that we don't want it to. Okay. Oh, he's Voidborn. I think this was an origin thing, right? That I am. Born into a helmsman clan in the bowels of a chartist vessel. Studied the family trait until I was 15. Then my entire clan was butchered in a mutiny by a lower hold scum. They spared the young guns, of course they did. Kids with implanted connectors make great navigational servitors. But I was having none of it. They weren't going to make a servitor out of me, so I escaped into the crawlways. And then I spent months spinning them off, one after the other. You got me dodging up a storm. Anyway, yes, I'm a Voidborn. Okay, finish your story, dude. Not much to tell. I gutted everyone I could get to, and then I fled upward to the middle decks. That's where the Augur operators took me under their wing. They have apprentice helmsmen of their own up there, you see. Nobody asked me any questions, so I stayed. I grew up, trained, got smarter. Then ended up a junior helmsman. A dozen years later, Dunrock spotted me and lured me away. The cheeky blighter. I can see you're not a gregarious short. Have I done something to displease the Lord Captain? Did I mishear you, or are you giving the rock trader cheek? Answer me, Voidrat! When you shout, Ravor winces as if the sound physically hurts. Beg your pardon, Lord Captain, I do apologize. But the blame for my ugly mug and foul temper can't be laid at my door only. Connecting wires, once they go into the control panel, I become one with the ship. Except the bloody cogs messed up the wires, stimulus injectors and connectors when they implanted them. They twisted the wires the wrong way, or burned something in my noggin. Anyway, I can't sleep, it just doesn't happen anymore. It's been 30 years of non-stop stimulants and a splitting headache, so you'll forgive me if I'm not all smiles, Lord Captain. Tell me about the Voidborn? I mean no disrespect, but you do better to find someone with a knack for conversation like Toliman, the new Voxmaster. I ain't the talking type, I just get the ship where she needs to go. Best let folks stick to what they do best. Oh, so this guy is not the talkative one, so the other ones are gonna have like triple the dialogue or something? What can you tell me about the other officers? Good for nothing wasters, that's what they are. Each and every one. Take Yanris Dunrock, the highborn weasel. He phones over the officers, but some of the deals he makes would get him burned alive. He drags other people into his schemes so they can take the fall for him too. One of my junior helmsmen was ferrying goods from Footfall for him, got caught by the seneschal and ended up in the Void Hatch. Dunrock couldn't care less. The Voxmaster, another Tollyman like the last one, Void rest him, is no better. She cut off half the Vox channels the day she took up her post, said the Vox systems were damaged and the Engineering had no contact with other modules. But how am I supposed to steer the ship? Collect the Cog's reports with the power of my mind? First Officer Werserian, that's Abelard, right? I can't stand him. Like every Navy officer I ever met, he doesn't know a thing about controlling a vessel in the void, but he puffs himself up all the same and throws his weight around. Me and him had to have words a few times before he left me alone. Thank the Emperor, Lady Theodora trusted me more than the Seneschal when it came to helming a void ship. Then there is that woman, what's her name? Telas? Lady Theodora brought her along wherever she went, and look what happened to her. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out it was that witch that delivered her to an early grave, just like countless souls before. I don't see why anyone would want that walking calamity on their ship, but some would disagree. They say she's friends with young Tollyman, you know? Or at least she used to be. Oh. Do you like anyone at all? What kind of question is that? I like you, and Lady Theodora before you. Where would I be if I was making cracks about the Rogue Trader? Ha! I don't wanna die just yet. Okay, cool dude. Lord Captain, cool. So, I think the way we're gonna go about talking to everyone here is just exhaust someone's dialogue every time we're on the ship. So we don't have to do it all at once, because it's very cumbersome, at least for me. But yeah, let's quickly go to the middle here and see what we're dealing with. So we can click this and do something. Is there anything over here? Servitors. I don't see any loot or anything. Voidsman at arms. What's this way? To another compartment. Oh, what is this? Astropathic Chapel? Voidship Shrine. Lord Captain's quarters. Oh, wait a second, what is this? We can go back here. Oh yeah, this is where we fought the robot, right? Did they clean up your corpse? Oh, they did. Oh. Oh shit, wait, what? Blast wave? What is this? A shotgun? Wait. What? Is this better than the one we have? Okay. Lots of stuff here. One sec. Vault. Oh, this is our stash. Von Valancius Ancestry Records. With the Olcat logo? Oh, are those backers or something? Cool. The ticking of the clock is too quiet for its bulky size. The light glinting off the polished skull of some unknown Xenos makes it seem like the bony face is mocking you. Huh. Claim your rewards. You have found a consumable... Wait, what? What the hell is happening? Okay, we have like so much stuff to deal with here. Give me a second. Negotiator pistol +5 persuasion. Attacks on this pistol inflict the melting effect. Is this good? I mean... +5 persuasion. I mean, okay, let's give it to him, I guess. Huh. Xenopelt Cloak. -5 less damage from critical hits and we get coercion. could give it to Maraise. Because we have coercion, right? Corrupted pistol also gives us some. Huh, okay. Heirloom auto pistol. This auto pistol can be used as if the wielder has a dual weapon combat talent, +5 perception and ballistic skill. Huh. Pistol burst, rate of fire 6. So it's like a version of this, but like much weaker and with smaller range. I guess we can give it to her. I don't think it matters though, right? Add to cargo. But this is a shotgun. I mean, what's the difference here? Isn't this the same thing? It's literally the same thing. Oh wait. Shots from the shotgun push targets 3 cells away even if the shot misses. Huh. I mean, okay, it's better, right? Yeah, sure. Sure. Wrath of St. Drusus, 8 to 12. Does not have an area attack. Increases damage from all sources against any hit targets by 15% until the end of combat. Chain weapons deal 24% critical damage. Yeah, okay. So it's basically the same thing as ours, but with significantly more damage. Doesn't cleave. Increases damage from all sources against any hit targets by 15%. So wait a second, does this work for us alone or the whole party? And does it mean we take more damage or the enemy we hit? Like, I'm not sure. I guess we can try it. Sure, whatever. Von Valancius Cloak. When the wearer is at full wounds, they gain +5 to all characteristics? Oh shit. Okay, definitely give it to him. So now we have 40 agility. Okay, that's cool. And I guess we give this to Abelard maybe? Nah. Maybe Argenta? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters. Whatever. Face of the Sovereign. The wearer gains an additional +1 resolve whenever they kill an enemy. Okay, definitely give this to Maraise. I'm gonna assume we'll kill a lot of people when we get Firestorm next level. So this is a consumable. Once per combat, the specially crafted handcuffs allow the wearer to inflict the cannot attack on an adjacent enemy for 1 round. Wait, what? Cannot attack? What? Sure. Composite gloves. If the wearer has a shield equipped, whenever the wearer is hit, the shield gains +5% block. If the wearer has a shield equipped, whenever the wearer is hit, multiple hits in a burst are considered a single hit, the shield gains +5% block. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We don't have a shield though. Maybe later on. Vox Whistle. It's just a trinket, but whenever familiars hear the sound of this Vox Whistle, they behave erratically. Still, it does not affect their combat capabilities. I have no idea what this is, but I guess we wear it. Who the hell knows? Mind Twitch Grenade. The affected enemy immediately turns into an ally and gains an extra turn. As soon as the extra turn ends, the target turns back into the enemy. All enemies of difficulty tier 5 or above are immune to this effect. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So not like Turbo OP, probably. I guess we can give that to Abelard. Like, I don't know, man. Zero Sum Lens. The wearer has a resolve % chance to reduce any incoming damage to 0? Huh. So... Resolve. Oh, okay. So this is a helmet. Yeah, I can do that. Whatever. Valiant Commissar's Skull. For a true servant of the Emperor, hatred of enemies of humanity transcends even death. The skull of this commissar, who fell in an equal battle against heretics, is embedded with a vox repeater that plays his last battle cry. Wait, what? Can we wear that? Okay. Oh, so we can't equip more than one of these grenades, I guess. Interesting. I guess let's give one to everyone then, for now. And I think that's everyone, right? Handwritten letter with a seal. Wait, what is this? This is the letter, right? Have we read this before? A change in circumstances has demanded your immediate assistance in our mutual cause. Forthwith, upon receiving this letter and performing the necessary preparations of the crew, you are to depart for the Rykad system. One of my acolytes, Interrogator Heinrich van Kalox, operates here at the present time. Upon your arrival in the system, you will, without delay, make contact with him and offer any assistance required of you, after which you will provide him passage to the Furibundu system aboard your ship. On footfall, the Interrogator will remove himself from your presence to await further instructions. Anticipating any questions you may have, I will stress that the nature of Interrogator Van Kalox's activities on Rykad Minoris is of no concern to you. If required, Van Kalox himself will disclose the details of his mission. May the Emperor's light be with you. Cool, okay. Yeah, I mean, we know all of this, right? So, I think that's everything here. The parlor organ seems to have been sitting idle for many years. Okay. A bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of this object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes. Liturgies of the Faithful to his word and name. The text below this solemn heading looks noticeably faded. It appears that the prayer book has been kept open on this page for a very long time. Well, what does it say? This fine sculpture made from a strange metal seems to absorb any rays of light that fall upon it. The glinting of the displayed weapons is mesmerizing. You have never seen many of these articles before. Cool. Oh, I want this one. Ooh, and a giant sword. God damn, what is this? The positions of the pieces on the board suggest that this game of regicide was interrupted. The winner was never determined. Oh. The long dead eyes of this fierce monster forever capture the fear and pain of its final moments. What on earth is that? Oh, we have stuff here. Cracked data slate. What? The final transactions with the chartist are complete. The fiery reckoning is now fully equipped. The object has been loaded aboard with its containment intact and placed in the forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinates sent and received by the bridge. Target's estimated time of arrival in the system. The fiery reckoning is crewed by a servitor. Hive mind? I don't know. Chances of the ship returning are minimal. What? Change appearance. Unfinished letter. His chagrin is irrelevant. Voigtvir's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources, all wasted. He has failed at what he was supposed to be irreproachable, at uncovering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I'm not about to discard him. Oh, I think this is the mistake Kunrad made in the past, right? And he wouldn't be Theodora's heir anymore after this. Kunrad has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly for the Protectorate. Besides, he is no fool. He could not have seriously expected to become the next to the von Valancius line when his skills and talents as Master of Whispers are so valuable. Let his disinheritance serve as a humiliating but instructive lesson from which he may yet learn. And this was a hidden room. Beyond the glass, the distant stars glimmer in the darkness of endless space, filling you with an odd sense of dread. Yeah, so this was the secret room we landed in, after we chose the heretical option. Okay. Master of Ablutions. Would you like to take a bath, your lordship? Wait. What? Sure? Look at all the food. Oh my god. I'm gonna eat all that? They're gonna paint my portrait as well? The soothing water caresses your senses and your grateful muscles welcome the chance to rest. A pleasant languor spreads through your body as you allow yourself a moment of quiet relaxation. Relax and close your eyes. I wish to see someone from my retinue. You two, get in here. I require company and pleasant conversation. Oh my god, the enforcers? Do you mean us, your lordship? There is no need to be shy. Relax with me for a moment. Orders received, your lordship. We will commence relaxation immediately. Oh no. The enforcers are lean and muscular. They sit down awkwardly in the bathtub, clearly fighting the urge to stand at attention. What would you like to talk about, your lordship? We await your orders. You seem tense. Your orders are to enjoy some of this food and amasek. I wish to be fed. Okay, let's do the first one first. The enforcers are barely able to conceal their excitement as they shove delicious delicacies into their mouths and wash them down with obscenely expensive drinks. They have never experienced anything like this before, and likely never will again. It is a feast they will not soon forget, a story they will tell to their grandchildren someday. I wish to be fed. It will be done. Enforcer Nima. The woman reverently places slices of exotic fruits and rich-smelling cheeses into your mouth, and the man brings a cup of amasek to your lips to wash it all down. A potent alcoholic drink of varying quality, widely available across the Imperium. They do everything for you except chew and swallow, but you suspect that if you were to give them the order, they would find a way to do that for you as well. Tell me about yourselves. Do you have any other responsibilities besides guarding these chambers? For hundreds of years, our clan has been responsible for ensuring the rogue trader's safety during times of leisure and relaxation. I guard the bath chamber, just as my grandmother did before me. She trained me herself and instructed me in my duties. Like guarding the bath chamber? How do you instruct someone to do that? This bath chamber can be more dangerous than a battlefield sometimes. You can slip on a wet tile, you can choke and drown. If the water is too hot, you can burn yourself, and if it's too cold, you can freeze. There have even been cases where angry machine spirits have released sparks of their fury in the water. And of course, there have been numerous assassination attempts, and... The woman stops abruptly as the other enforcer loudly clears his throat. It is reassuring to know my enforcers are prepared for anything. I'm afraid to take a bath now, thanks to you. Please excuse my partner, your lordship, she talks too much. I can assure you that in our clan's hundreds of years of service, no rogue trader has ever died while taking a bath. What do you guys do in your free time? When we're off duty, we train, maintain our equipment, and pray at regulation-approved intervals. If we do have some time to ourselves, we might play some Tantolo, and Bran over here carves things out of soap scraps. Though for the most part, we barely get enough time to rest, let alone for leisure. Good, idleness breeds weakness of spirit. Pass Bran a piece of soap and a knife. I demand a demonstration, Bran. Okay, let's see. The enforcer looks slightly flustered, but he quickly gets to work. After a little while, he presents you with a bust of the Emperor about half the size of your palm. The Emperor's visage has been recreated with incredible precision and attention to detail. The small carving surpasses the work of many a skilled sculptor. I will have it placed in my study? Drop the soap sculpture into the bathtub. How clumsy of me. Well, it was only soap. Okay, dude, I wanna do the third one, but I also kinda wanna do the first one. Okay, let's be evil. How clumsy of me. Well, it is only soap. Just so, your lordship. Huh. You may relax with me here until I'm finished bathing. You may return to your post. Yeah, you can go back. Yes, your lordship. Thank you for the honor you've bestowed upon us. We will resume our duties at once. Address the Master of Ablutions. I wish to see someone from my retinue. Oh, I guess we can talk to everyone in here instead of going out on the bridge. Huh, maybe we try that next time. You feel revitalized. This was truly an experience worthy of a rogue trader. Cool. Yeah, so guys, let's take a break here, and when we come back, we'll go back to the bridge and interact with the console in the middle of the room, see what that is all about. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.